I can't talk. Hey Gearheads, welcome back to BZB TV. This is Nate from the tech support team to do another video of one of our matrices. Welcome back to the Foxton. As you see, we have a lot of things set up again, and today we're going to be going over the BG-UHD-1616M. That's a 16 by 16 matrix. That takes 16 HDMI inputs to 16 HDMI outputs. This unit supports 4K at 60 Hz, 444, also multi-channel high-resolution digital audio out from each HDMI out. This unit also has audio extraction, digital audio coax out, so you can extract any audio source from any of the inputs, HDMI inputs, to get connected to like a AV receiver or external audio system. This unit also supports ARC, so if you're looking for that feature, the audio return channel, to take your audio from your TV and send it to your AV receiver, you can do that as well. Additionally, each of the 16 HDMI outputs independently support the 4K downscaling to 1080p. So if you have like a 4K 60 input source but only a 1080p output device or output display, you can automatically set that as well for each independent channel. And lastly, you can control this unit multiple ways. You can control it with, there's a remote, the push buttons on the front of the screen, or the web GUI, which you can see on our screen right here. And actually for today's demonstration, we're gonna kind of dive into the web GUI, the web interface, on how easy it is to control everything, set up and adjust all your settings just through the web interface. So let's go ahead and dive in. So first thing you want to do to connect to the web interface of this unit is connect it to your network. So what you can do is plug this unit into your computer directly with an Ethernet connection, or plug this unit directly into a network switch or to your local network. So that's what we did here. We actually plugged it into our local network and got on the same Wi-Fi, and we can easily switch this over to our local network by the DHCP option on the front panel buttons. Just find that DHCP option. You can turn it on or off. I turned it on. It takes a little bit. You might have to reset the unit. It pulled an IP address from our local router to match our computer, so we're all on the same network and so they can talk to each other. So we did that. So let's go ahead and dive into the interface now. Now that the unit is on our local network, we're going to go ahead and log in. The unit told me that it's .30.170, password admin, or login. All right, it pops up a status page. You can see all the status of everything, firmware updates, also the network settings as well. The major thing is video. So I'm going to go ahead and go to video. Here is where the switching can happen. As you can see, I went ahead and labeled all my outputs of my output to TVs, my output displays, top left, top middle, and so on. And then I labeled my sources. We got like our Animals media player, our Mac, and then like our BZBGEAR player, Xbox, PlayStation, tester. So you can see that's where they're at right now. So if I want to start switching around, I'm going to maybe put Animals on the top TV in the middle. Maybe I'll put that, and then maybe I'll put some food on the top right TV. It just gives a second to switch. So switching is very easy. You can just have your drop down and see all your sources. If you want to put all the same input on all the same. If you want to put all the same inputs on all the displays, you can do that down below here where it says all outputs please select. So I'm going to put, let's put some food on everything right now. Gives it a chance. Oh yeah, I got some pumpkins, and then it just takes a sec for all the TVs to pick up the right resolution. As you can see, there we go. Lots of pumpkins. And then over here, you can actually create some presets. And so if I want to go back to actually create a preset one for the one-to-one source to display, so I'm going to hit set, which is a recall. Confirm that. As you see, everything's set back to normal. Like output 1 to output is source 1, output 2 is source 2, and so forth. Give it a chance to everything pop up. There we go. There we go. Preset 2 is, I think I did all food. I already did that. I actually put them all on food before, so I actually set that preset back to the food. And then I think that was it. If I wanted to, it's pretty easy. Like, let's say if I want to make another preset, we'll just like of the animals. So I'll put all animals on all the inputs, or sorry, on all the outputs. And then I'll save it as a preset. Save successful. And then if I want to see, I'll go ahead and recall our original. Give it a sec. Lots of TVs. And as you can see, we have 16, this is a 16 by 16. We only have 8 set up, 8 inputs, 8 sources, but you can have up to 16 inputs as well as 16 sources, or sorry, 16 displays. And I'm gonna recall preset 3, which is all the animals, I believe. Yep. So that's where this main page is where you do a lot of switching. Input tab is where you can actually see which HDMIs are active and which are not. As you see, HDMI 1 through 8 are active, 9 through 16 are not. This is where you can label under name, you can label each input source. That way you know what is what. And as well as EDID, you can set the output, the input resolution. It defaults to 1080p, but I was able to switch all of these to 4K 30 to support the TVs that we have in this room. And then the output tab is where you label your outputs, your displays. And then this is where the scaler mode is. You can do a bypass, downscaling 4K to 1080p, or auto downscaling as well, whatever your source supports. This is also when you can turn on and off ARC, as well as the stream button just turns off the TV. So I'm going to turn off TV 1 real quick. This is great for installation to know which TV is which. Once they're all plugged in, you can turn them on and off to figure out which is which if you haven't labeled them yet. As well, this unit supports CEC if you want to do some controlling, as well as the network. You can adjust your network settings as well, turn DHCP on and off, static, that kind of thing. And then system. My favorite thing in system right here is the beep. I like to turn that off because that beep is kind of loud on the default on setup. You can also adjust how long the LCD displays, your baud rate, and as well as firmware update. And if you need a factory reset, you can do that or reboot the unit as well. So a lot of options here in the web interface. Great control. I prefer it over just the push buttons because everything's labeled and it kind of just takes away that thinking of what's what, and also your presets as well. So as you can see, control is very easy with this unit, especially with the web interface. And also if you have displays that are a little further away, you can also add on extenders. We actually have that set up as well. Our 6 TVs behind me are actually, we have some extenders, HDMI extenders running through the wall. These aren't directly plugged in. So if you have that longer distance, you can do that as well. Because especially if you have 16 displays, you might not all have them right behind you. So you might want to add an extender or two just to get them to that display at a distance. This is a great application for maybe hospitals, churches, sports bars, or anywhere you want to have multiple TVs all set up through your building and to keep changing your sources through the web interface. It's great for that, especially if you have a lot of them. So once again, thanks for tuning in today to BZB TV. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to videos like these so you'll be notified next time a video like this comes out. And always don't forget, have a great day.